Hello to everybody, my name is Victor. We are in the Aurunci Mountains National Park. We are almost on the peak of Mount Ruazzo, which is not too far from the sea. I would say probably 4 miles if I was a bird. And just towards the sea there is a lower mountains called Mount Tonago, behind which there is the Bay of Gaeta. In between we found a beautiful little valley called Valley di Shiro, or Shiro's Valley, which is not easily accessible. It's possible to access the valley only through small shepherd's trails, and it looks like the valley of the mythical stories of ancient Romans or Greeks, this rural bucolic world which was described by Virgilio. If we look further north, we can see the coast going towards the plain of Fondi, which is a very fertile valley, a very ancient valley where the people was living there since before the Romans. And actually 2 years ago apparently was discovered a lost city, a city which was lost before the Romans started to spread in this region from Roma, and is actually only 1 or 2 kilometers away from the town of Fondi. In the valley we found also the lake of Fondi, which is now a protected area, and then the coast develops up to the Mount Circeo, which is now blending into the mist of this day. Mount Circeo was mentioned by Homer in the Odyssey, and was the place where the sorceress Circe basically also mentioned at the time in the stories of Ulysses, the mythical traveler of Homer. If we look further inland towards, let's say, northwest from where we are, we can see the ancient sanctuary of Mount Civita, which is in between E3 and the village of long age, of longevity, which is Campo di Mele. In the other side of the valley, the other side of Fondi's valley, we found the Ausoni Mountains, quite similar to the Aurunci Mountains, maybe slightly lower. And if we go in a circle towards north and towards east, we can see the wide peaks of Ciociaria and the initial mountains of the Abruzzo region further inland. This is a very ancient region, a region which was inhabited before the Romans by tribes such as the Aurunci, which were mainly warriors and shepherds. Behind this mountain of Mount Ruazzo there is Mount Redentore, which is another panoramic point, basically another terrace on the sea. And further inside we find Mount Petrella, which is the highest of the peaks of the Aurunci Mountains. The Aurunci Mountains were in ancient times, and up to 60-70 years ago, were called Mounts Volsci. They were grouped together with the Ausoni Mountains, and basically they were one entire mountain range. It's a beautiful day, even though there is a little bit of mist. We can see far away from the coast, we can see the highlands, the Pontine Islands, the small Santo Stefano and Ventotene Island, and very far in the mist, right in the middle of the sea, I can see Ponza Island and Palmarola, the beautiful small island of Palmarola. It's a very panoramic point, and it's fantastic.